Hi, I'm Guadalupe Boyd, Flexible Conduit System Product Manager. Today, I'll show you how TMB Liquid Systems deliver a complete performance solution combining durability, safety, and efficiency. And yes, the proof is in the system. What are we going to learn today? TMB systems combine the conduit and the feeding tested together. That gives you one performance solution. It's going to give you better efficiency, performance, and long-term savings. Now, let's go over the agenda. And before we go to the agenda, let me introduce myself. I'm Guadalupe Boyd, Senior Product Manager with more than 20 years of professional experience, leading product portfolios across diverse industries, all the way from the automotive at Toyota and now in the electrical sector. My passion is driving innovation and quality because those are the key to ensure trust with our customers. So in the agenda, we're going to learn about ABB and TMB, why ingress protection and certifications are important. TMB Liquid Systems is your premier choice. And then at the end, what are our takeaways? So now let's go and see what is ABB. We are part of the installation products, which many of you will still recognize as TMB. We are part of a business area called electrification, and there are other business areas. And all these areas have one focus, and it is powering and protecting the world's electrical infrastructure. So now let's go and see how we do that. We deliver those solutions through a big portfolio with more than 200,000 products across 40 premium brands. Many of the names on this slide may look familiar, or maybe all of them, and it's divided in industrial, commercial, and utility. TMB Liquid Systems falls under industrial. All right, so now let's dive in. Why IP and ratings matter? It's really easy. So if you think about how we can prove you that our product is going to perform, it is through ratings and certifications. With those ratings, we are confirming that our products fit those applications that you need. And what I want you to take away from today's presentation is when you have the right product with the right rating and the right certification, your products are going to perform, your electrical components, your cables are going to be protected, and you're going to gain maximum uptime and productivity, lower maintenance cost, and mostly important, extended equipment life. Now, let me explain how we get those ratings. There are three main standards used for ingress protection, all of them different. We have UL, that is a third-party lab. We have NEMA, that is self-certified. And we have IC, that is also a third-party lab. And this one right here is the one that is going to give you the ingress protection ratings. So in a simpler way to look at it, it is UL, it is the safety referee in America. Then we have NEMA. It is the builder's guide for enclosures and connectors. And then we have IEC. The IU said that it was for ingress protection. That is the rules playbook. So everyone plays with the same rules. So now let's go and dive into IP ratings. So the importance of ingress protection, IP. We just said that there are three different standards. The IP starts with solid and liquid protection. Solid starts from 1 all the way to 6. And the industrial and electrical industry, we care about starting with the number 6 because that is thus tight. And then for liquid protection, we wanted to start with at least with the number 5 because that is pressure water yet. So you're getting protection in liquid and solid. So now let's explain this in an easier way. So think about you riding your motorcycle. It's a very dusty road and you are worried about your motorcycle, but you don't have to because you are rated under IP65. 65, it is your dust protection. Then you're still riding your motorcycle and now it's raining. Oh no, it's raining. You don't have to be worried about it because 66 gives you light water protection. Then you're riding. And then guess what? You fell in a puddle. You don't have to be worried about it because your product is IP67. Is when it's submerged for a short period of time. Then you keep driving and then, oh no, you have to go through across a lake. You have IP68 protection. That is a longer submersion time. So when you're done riding, your motorcycle is so dirty and dusty. So what you're going to do? You are going to go to a car wash. And guess what? We have a rating that is called IP69. That gives you protection of power wash. And all these ratings have a specific application. So IP65 is going to give you dust all the way to IP69 that it is pressure wash. And if you think about real life data centers, you are not going to use a pressure wash. Data centers is a heavily controlled environment that you only need IP65 protection. That is just dust. But in the other hand, if you are in a food and beverage facility where everything gets washed down once a day or maybe multiple times a day, you need to have IP69. And for other applications, we have different ratings and we have those. So now let me explain to you what other approvals and certifications we have. Let's go over here. So we just talked about the IP ratings that is right here. And TMB is your premier choice because we have ratings and certifications. Our goal is to give you the globally approved high quality system. And if you remember, we're a system because we tested together our fittings and our conduit. So we're one system. And right here at the bottom, we have UL 514B. UL 514B, it is the minimum requirement and certification that you need to be in the fitting liquid type business. But we, TMB, that are premium choice, we have multiple ratings for specific applications. We have UL 50E, that it is the toughest ingress protection rating. Now let me go and tell you how we get that rating. All right, our benefits. And remember, we just said we have the conduit and the fitting. And this fitting right here has been designed specifically to be able to pass those tests. And why we care about passing those tests? Because those tests are applied in real life scenarios for specific applications. We are the only ones that have a gasket like this that allow us to pass those tough tests. Now let's go and see how this happens. We talk about UL 50E, and not many have UL 50E rating. Here we have as example the series 52-5300. It is our top seller series, and it is UL 50E. We talk about the IP ratings, that is ingress protection. Why we care about ingress protection? Because we don't want water coming in our system, right? We want those cables to be protected. Here we have real life scenarios, the same examples that I used with the motorcycle, but now with the real life. Here is the IP69. You can see pressure water coming everywhere. We have the submersion test right here. And then we talk about the dust. Here is you have your fitting and your conduit. So we're one system, right? We have our fittings and our conduit. And here I'm going to play a video of how we get UL50E and why it's one of the toughest ones. Very cool. There you go. See, we have the box, enclosure, your feeding, and the conduit. All these tested together at the pressure wash. Now let me go more into details on the Series 52-5300. All right, so this is our top seller series. This is made of steel. We have the larger sizes, so small sizes, we have the full assortment. And then look here at the ratings. UL50E, what we learned, UL50E is when you have your conduit, your box, and your fitting tested together. We just watched the video. And then we have ratings, IP6, IP66, and 67. So this is like, if we use the motorcycle as example, this is light, rain, and dust. And then here we have submersion. This is just one series, or 52-5300 series. And then just as a reminder, not many have UL50E because it's one of the toughest tests. And then our TMB is premium. We have a large assortment. We have different materials. And each material is for a specific application. We have stainless steel. So think about in real life, I'm going to use food and bev facility just because it's one of the toughest. You have your stainless steel that is going to give you the highest performance, corrosion performance. And then if you add IP69, then you have the confirmation that this product is going to perform in a food and beverage facility. Then we have different materials, and each material is for a specific application. We just look at the 52-5300 series that is here in your steel. And then same thing with the conduit. We have a vast portfolio of products, and all these meet different applications, different needs. And we have tested every conduit that we offer with our fittings to give you one system solution. Here we have all the kinds of conduits that we have with all the types of materials for the fitting. They have been tested together, and we're one system solution. And what we get from this, UL listed to UL listed solutions. If your enclosure, it is UL50E, our products are TMB, Liquid System Premium, we are also UL50E. And another way to say this is your system is as strong as your weakest link. If you use system fittings, conduits that are less than your enclosure, then you are losing, you are downgrading your system. So UL listed to UL listed. Now, the final takeaways. Here we have examples of when products that were not tested or certified for those applications start failing. So what are you gaining when you are getting a product that has been tested and has the right fittings and the right ratings and the right certifications? You avoid these situations and you get long-term use, more productivity, and most important, peace of mind. If you want to learn more about TMB Liquidite, please click on the tmbliquidite.com link right here. We have TDS, we have more applications and more information for you to learn. Connect with ABB, like us in Facebook or in LinkedIn or YouTube. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time.